Michigan, you're up next. We have Dakota High School versus Lowell Senior High School, and that is our fourth series of the day. Welcome back to the desk. Michigan, look, we're getting to the Midwest part of the United States, and more importantly, these are where we start to see a lot of high-profile both teams and players. You're talking about the CRL. You're talking about just in terms of structured leagues. The high school and collegiate region of a lot of these regions is pretty well rounded, and specifically looking at Dakota High School, more importantly named Rat winners in this matchup, they're ranked first in the season. They've played 6 matches, they've lost none, they're 18-0 in game, and they're on a 6-win streak. So they have not dropped the map yet. I'm excited to see if they're going to continue that same tradition here. Brody, your thoughts?
I don't want it. Please drop a map. I mean, I don't want a team to lose ever, right? I'd never ask for anybody to lose, but lose a map. Please, or actually no. If you're going to lose a map, then win a map. So we at least don't see another 4-0. It's pain. I only know pain. I just want a close series where these guys are duking it out and they're 50-50s are going each other way. Yeah, it's been good Rocket League to see so far, though. I think that's been one of the key things, I think, from the first 3 matches we've seen. I have really loved the level of Rocket League that I've been seeing from these teams. There's been a level, I mean, I didn't really know what to expect, of course, coming into this high school championship, because, of course, the level of play is going to vary wildly from what we see when you guys tune into your LRCSs and such, right? But I've been wildly impressed with what we've seen so far in this tournament. There's been some standout players for me, some standout plays, and I'm excited to see what happens as we get in our 4th match of the evening.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of high school Rocket League. I've seen a lot of collegiate Rocket League, and this has certainly been impressive. So let's go ahead and get into game number 1 of our 4th series here of the day. Again, still best of 7. You guys know the deal. And remember that Play Versus has so many opportunities for both Rocket League, Valorant, Smite, things like that. So if you want to sign up for the spring circuit, make sure you guys sign up online and get yourselves involved, because Play Versus has now over $600,000 in scholarships available for players. So if you show us your skills, you could earn a chance to earn some scholarship money towards your collegiate future. Make sure to sign up. But it's all about the road to the collegiate level for a lot of these players. It's all about the road to the CRL, and then from there the RLCS. But still, you got to fight through the trenches down here. And again, Rat winners, if we're talking about caster biases, I guess the fact that they're 6-0 and they're undefeated would have me favoring them, but I am still excited to see what Red Arrows can do.
Absolutely. So am I, man. The Red Arrows. I love these names, by the way. So the Rats winner, Red Arrows. These guys know what's up. So now we're going to see the Red Arrows. I'm glad they're actually in orange as well. I know it's not red, but I'm glad nonetheless that they're in orange on this game, at least. Let's start things on the offense. See the Rats winner trying to make their way upfield now, though. Who's the pitch? Winning that 50-50. Coming back to the ball, though, the Rats winner. They have players ready to go. Red Arrows, though, with the clear.
Octanes everywhere for everyone.
I don't blame him, man. Octane's
don't see that too. Don't see that too often. That's speaking as an Octane person, you might say that, but we all know that the Ominous Dominus is better. I'm a Fennec main, so I can't speak too highly, but Rat winners, first goal here. It was a nice cross, and the kickoff win for Red Arrows goes through. We go back the other side. And again, different cars for different people, just almost 2 goals. There's no rhyme for that, so we're just going to work with it. But again, this team is in first place. They have yet to drop a map. They've yet to drop a series, and that's pretty scary. I know it's only been 6 series, but still it shows that things are not only clicking, they're working, but I'm sure they were pushed to the limit in some matchups, and they have found ways to, again, slow that ball down. 2-0 lead. Just a nice touch there to go up early.
That was fizzy as well. Really well played as Fippish puts the ball right close to him. Fizzy able to receive it, and now we see Jalopy coming from up high here. Unfortunately, isn't going to win this. Now Fippish on ball. It's going to be a flick up to the top 90. A finish coming in from the teammate here as the Rats winner continue to hammer home this game. Red Arrows, they haven't really had much of a response so far here.
And sometimes Rocket League can be the longest 5 minutes in the world. It can be the quickest 5 minutes in the world. This has been a relatively quick game 1. We're already down about 2 minutes, and we've already had 3 goals. So things are flying by here. Keep an eye on the scoreboard as that one's going to circle around. It might be a 4th goal, just a little bit of a miss, but still 2:42 to go. 3-0 lead. Rats winner up by a hefty margin. Some of my favorite wheels in the game, but Red Arrows desperately needing a goal to slow down the momentum as they have been beat on the back line. They are losing the 50s. They are losing some of these challenges in traffic. Big demo to open it up. We go up to the ceiling with it, and I'm closing in on a minute 50 to go.
Another shot here coming in. It's going to be Fizzy. No surprise there. Fippish ready for it, and it goes to the top right 90. Really well played there as Fippish able to close that one out. 4-0 here. It took another minute for them to pick up a goal here, the Rats winner, but they do it nonetheless. And Red Arrows, 2 minutes left. They've still got time to work this out, but it is a huge margin to come back from.
Showing you why they're undefeated. Their striking has been there, working through every angle, getting their second reads in, and the accuracy certainly on point today. 5-0 in game one. And again, we get into a situation with a lot of these teams where they're down by a hefty amount, and we look at the other side and say, okay, it looks like you might be taking the first game. So if this is a sign of things to come, it might be another very quick series, but let's keep going. A minute 40, certainly not out of it by any stretch, but definitely need to start picking up some momentum, some pace here, play with a little bit of desperation, as they have been hesitant to clear this ball out, and now just looking for a clear to save their lives.
Well, talking about a clear, you need to clear this ball right here because it's coming down to the mid. Fortunately, nothing going to come of it. Now, a shot coming in from the Red Arrows. Fortunately, again, the Rats winner are there. They've actually got 2 players, so it is an overcommit, and maybe the Red Arrows can make something of this. Good clear hit. Red Arrows looking for it. Goes right to the goal. Unfortunately, it's not an accurate shot. Of course, I think just a little bit scared of the fact there was a player sitting on the goal line, but maybe this one, as it goes, top left corner. Not a goal here for the Red Arrows. They are getting chances. It's just the capitalizing that they just cannot do.
They'll try to recenter for a teammate. Won't win the 50. They'll go back to midfield, and they'll follow in. That might be a goal as the long breakaway chance comes in, centered out, and that'll... Nope, won't find the back of the net still. Look good. 30 seconds here, Brody. Game 1 win will go in favor of the Rats winner. Again, they will continue on this train of not dropping a map, and we'll see if that maintains its presence throughout the majority of the series. Nice little cross there. Everyone pushed out. Why not? 15 seconds. Game 1 win. The boys in blue getting it done.
Well-deserved win as well, you feel, for the Rats winner here. I mean, they had all the aggression. Really good team players. They passed the ball to one another to get the goals through. And, of course, the secret to success for any good Rocket League team, a great defense, one that the Red Arrows just could not break at any point.
That one will touch. We go and set up for game 2 now. Game 1 win again. Rats winner, maintaining that undefeated match season, number 1 in our rankings. And for Red Arrows, it's hard to say, like, hey, you could do this better, because they just never got a chance. They never got a chance to really create offense, because Rats winner and Dakota High School were finding ways to just pick them apart, beat the defenders, winning the individual challenges. And you know, it was a very quick game 1. That 5 minutes went by like it was 2. So who knows what game 2 might bring, but do you think that it's just a matter of slowing the game down, or do you think that they're just getting outshot?
I don't know. I think it's more like, if you're comparing the team games of the two teams right now, I know we've only been 1 game in, so, you know, there's only so much you can analyze from game number 1. Things could change wildly as we get into the second game of this series, but, you know, just from those first 5 minutes that we got to see these two teams, sure. it kind of felt like the Red Arrows, their team play was just not as good as the players they were facing up against. You know, if they can start to get something together, or maybe just, you know, passing through the air, getting over the defenders, it's pressure that right now they're not building up here against the Rats winner side. So we shall see how this series goes. But at the moment, the Rats winner, they look pretty good.
Yeah, let's get into game 2. Both these teams eager to continue on the pitch, and I'm eager to see how, you know, Dakota High School will continue that same momentum. Will they try to slow the game down? Do they play differently? I feel like if it's not broke, don't fix it.
Absolutely, I agree. I think Markham was actually AFK off the start of this one, so interesting. Busy, Fish gonna have to deal with it. Markham finally moving here, I think. Fish ready for it. Player comes through for the Red Arrows. Potentially an open net. No, Markham actually hasn't moved still. So 2 versus 3 here for the Rats winner. But finally, Markham moves. I mean, if that was a strat, I love that there from Markham. Nonetheless, though, it doesn't really do all that much. It's not an effective strategy by any means here. Is Fippish looking to defend this ball. Swamp is there for the hit. It's away. And the Red Arrows, they've applied some pressure early on here, but I wonder if that's maybe because of the fact that there was a player AFK.
That one's going to cross down sharply, and no, that pinch is not great. That's not much you can do to defend it other than being stationary in the net. Fortunately, you won't be able to find it. And another fake kickoff. So I believe that we'll just continue and keep playing. I think that they were hoping that Mark goes up to go for the kickoff, but until that actually happens, they still find a way to escape the opening break. About 2 minutes gone here now. And it looks like Mark might be back. So I don't know if this is a strat or this is just them taking their time, but they have a 1-0 lead, so feel free to keep doing it.
Marking right now is just big chilling. He's just like, I don't really need to be out for the first 30 seconds. I'm just going to pick up my phone and send a Snapchat. Hey, who knows? But still, 1-0 up are the Rats winner, regardless of the fact that they did not have a player for the first 10 seconds or so of each play. Red Arrows facing some pressure here. It's a good attempt. Oh, it's so unfortunate, but it's there. Fizzy able to finish what Pippish and Markham couldn't. Fizzy going to get that goal. Second here for the Rats winner.
Finally, we have a kickoff that actually goes for both teams. It's going to be high off the backboard. Follow-up not going to be there. 2-0 lead, 3:17 to play. Time begins to dwindle down. We get into the crunch mode. That's a goal. Finally, Red Arrows get their first of the series.
You can make something of that. The pressure that, again, I mean, this is what you kind of need to do. If you're behind in these games, you need to 2-0 or whatever scoreline, right? You
Sure.
just need to essentially feign death, as it were, right? Be a possum in this situation. And then when they least expect it, get some aggression, and that's exactly what the Red Arrows are able to do there. They think the Rats winner expected much bigger out of this roster, but they are able to present exactly that. And now 2-1. So the manageable situation for the Red Arrows as they get a ball towards the goal. Unfortunately, it's way high. But even the top bar hit. Can't put the ball in. The Red Arrows player to receive it, and now in danger. But here we go, a potential here, because all of those Rats players up all the way to the other side. You need to be quicker though. Just a little bit too long to really recover that ball. A chance missed.
51 keeps this one in the orange half. Little pinch. We go to the corner with it. Back grabbing boost. You have a defender there. So Rats winner, plenty of time. Dakota High School with a 2-1 current game lead and 1-0 lead in the series. Looking to go up 2-0. A bump out. That one leaves the ball in no man's lane. Everyone has to fly back to find a possession. We circle into the corner, and they're going to lose the 50 with it. So here comes the numbers. Big demo in net. That's going to be a goal, 3-1. And it opened up from the demo. The lane clears. And the extension comes through for Rats winner. Now up 2-0. 2 goals, excuse me.
Rats winner, they get back their 2-0 advantage here, and now in the form of 3-1. Goal comes down. Oh, that's so nutty. Oh dear, Fiffish. Again, up from high. It's a lovely angle to get a goal from, one that Red Arrows just wouldn't be expecting. And now you might feel like if you're the Red Arrows, at least in this game, you're in trouble. You're 4-1 down. There's still time to make this work, but still, all this aggression from the Rats winner feels unanswered.
And they're wasting no time. Get in with the goal, get out. Keep this one moving. A minute 33. They win the challenge for the corner. That one goes up, but again, it's all about killing time for the moment. So you can double commit, you can clear this ball out. It really doesn't matter. 4-1 lead, and we go into potentially game 3 with a 2-0 series lead. That one kept on the ground. Nice little pinch for the center. Pass there for the teammate. No one's going to funnel in, but it's okay. You have 3 goals to give. We go back the other way. Finally, Red Arrows and Lowell High School have a chance to at least make it 4-2, but everyone falls off the pitch, and now we go back in transition.
That's it for the Red Arrows as they get a ball. Markham's there for the defense. Penguin looking for it. Want to be there. Unfortunately, Defty actually going to pump his teammate away, and that's so unfortunate. A series of unfortunate events for the Red Arrows as they get bumped away in the midfield. The Rats winner are able to open up a lane because of it. Goal number 5 goes their way, and with 45 seconds, we're getting close to scoring this one.
Yeah, I think game 2 is done. 40 seconds to go. At this moment, I mean, again, the dream, the perfect bracket continues for them. As Dakota High School have yet to drop a game. Even with 2 commit on that, doesn't matter. 5-1 win. and what will be 5-1, 6-1, who cares at this moment. They are going into the series up 2-0. We would move into game 3 with the question mark essentially being, do Red Arrows start to fold under this pressure, or are they able to bounce back? That's a long clear, off base, a little bit off target. But again, Brody, this is crunch time. We get into 2-0 series lead. All it takes is one more game for the series essentially to be wrapped up, and we can call it there. That one will clear out. We'll end the game here. So 2-0 up in the series, and Dakota High School just look like they're in a commanding lead of this series at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely they are, and it's a really well played lead as well, right? I mean, the Rats, they continue to capitalize on the mistakes made by the Red Arrows, and they were a couple of silly mistakes, I will say as well, right? Even though again,
Sure.
this is high school level, so such mistakes are going to be expected. It is very costly mistakes. If you're bumping each other in the midfield, that fifth goal was completely unnecessary. If you can kind of remove those mistakes from your own team play, then maybe you might have a chance against the opposition, against even like a roster like the Rats that seem to be very good at the moment at team play of their own. They are consistently passing to each other again, and I think more to the point, it's not like they're ground passes. These are passes in the air that I think is really hard to handle if you are the opposition. So the Rats doing everything right, and at the moment, Red Arrows doing everything right.
Yep. So let's go into game 3. Look, not much to really say about this series thus far. It's just been dominance by one team. Let's get into the next one, and we'll see if, again, that is the same story we've had so far as Dakota High School are unrelenting. Another fake kickoff. Interesting strat by them. Flip over one. Will not get it over the second. And just, I haven't seen this happen much in Rocket League where one team gets such clear and free looks at the kickoff. But hey, it's working.
All right, we're already 2-0 up here in this series. They're looking for game number 3. Markham turns the ball away from Swamp. Just going to have to take a second to make sure he gets the ball away, but plays him like a fiddle here. Markham all on his own. Going to be a good clearance from the Red Arrows. Tefty going to be responsible for that one, but Fickish goes to the air to meet the ball. Another double commit, but it works well as it ends up with a pinch. Busy looking to get this ball away from the blue half, and he does so very well. Markham's going to get the ball. Push coming in. Fickish, is he there for it? I don't think he wanted to go for that ball. A commit maybe would have been costly. Now the Red Arrows, they're up here for a potential shot. Nothing comes of it though. Great clear.
That one's going to go up. We'll be there to meet it. We go into the corner. Neither team really getting a strong hold on the possession. Try to reel it in as 2 commit past midfield. Open net in the back. And they recenter, extending somehow. Dakota High School have just put so much pressure and keeping this ball up in the backboard. Here comes a follow-up, but now the numbers have to funnel back as the counterattack comes out, and the chance saved away in the last minute.
That was really unfortunate there, actually, for Penguin. That was actually a very, very nice air dribble, but it was met, of course, by Fizzy in the air. Now a chance here for the Rats. As you see, Fickish makes way upfield. Fizzy goes high to meet, fortunately. Penguin just going to let go of the ball before any clash can happen. This is big here. Good defensive play. Good stuff there from Penguin, or Tefty, sorry, to get away with this ball. Red Arrows haven't conceded a goal just yet. This is better than they've managed in game of 1 and game of 2. And oh, that's a goal. Has to use the top bar, but it's the goal nonetheless. Penguin, what a beautiful shot.
Got to meet the challenge and respond in kind. They're able to do it. Find their first goal of game number 3, a very, very critical game 3. And now pressure on Dakota High School for the first time in this series. What are they able to do? Will they respond with the 7 or 8 goals we saw in the last game? But for now, still down by 1. Plenty of time. Recentered. Nice little touch there. Not a lot of infield passing for either team, but haven't seen that most of today. That one's going to make its way towards the front of the box. We go back to the opposite side of the field. Extension through the corner. Centered out. Nice 50 win. And a challenge to the other side as the Red Arrows are getting up to meet these challenges very quickly.
Have to get away with the ball here. The Rats, Swamp, maybe a chance. Going to be good clearance from Markham's. Now under threat here, Penguin. You got to make sure you win this, and he had his number. Really well played there from Fippish. Knew exactly where to put that ball. No problem whatsoever here. It's now 1-1. Red Arrows, you've got to make sure you don't leave a situation like that to happen.
If my dogs saw that goal, they're very excited about it. Still tied 1-1. About 2 minutes here to go. And again, we look at the situation of just spreading the defense, something that Red Arrows have struggled to do for the most part, but on the other side of the field, the offense has been prolific, to say the least. That one's going to circle back around. That'll almost be a goal. Pinched off the bar. Again, the crossbar and the post being the best defender Rocket League's ever seen. Minute 20 and counting, some change. Demo to open up the field, trying to get this over, as that pinch does not go for either team. We sit in the blue half.
Red Arrows looking for an offensive push here. This could be it. And Markham gets to the ball. Great defense here from Winner. Lowell with a minute left. Neither team coming out on top thus far. Markham gets that ball on the mid. He's ready to meet it. In the corner. This is a great 1-2 hit. Swamp. Comes out, brings that ball away. Penguin puts it with a weak touch here. Potential for the Rats to capitalise, but they're going to have to go on defence as this ball goes into their half. Again, it's weak. Penguin goes for a shot. Fortunately, again, the lack of any venom on it. There's no cigar on that one. 30 seconds to remain now. The Rats winner. Still on defense.
This one gets close, looking for a clear. Dakota High School now in transition. What can they do with it? That's the big question. We'll take this one on the ground. That one's going to go off the backboard. Second touch. This could be a goal. Awkward angle. Not a great touch at that. Could have slowed it. Going for the infield pass. It won't connect. And that one's back towards the net. Extended. Here comes the follow-up. That one will cross. Kept up in the air. We might be going to OT. Go to the corner with it. Dakota High School will go to OT.
You're right here. Let that one touch the ground. It was in their half. Right at the start here, Penguin puts the shot to mid. Oh, sorry, it's hefty. Puts that shot to mid. Penguin is there to meet it though. Now potential counter attack here from the Rats. Pippish looking for it. It's a slow one, but nobody's there. And that's what happens, folks, when you make a weak defense, a weak save. You let situations like that play out. And it's a really unfortunate way, I think, for the Red Arrows to lose game number 3. They showed some real vigor, real grit there in that game. But again, same kind of situation, Sean, right? I mean, just it's these finishes that they seem to just not be able to get down.
He didn't. I don't think the defender expected the recovery on that play to come in the way it did in the slow roller. There's not much you can do. They're up 3-0. And look, at this moment, that was a bit of a backbreaker of a game. They certainly need to win it. Lowell High School, the Red Arrows, looking for their first win in the series. But at this moment, the dream continues on for Dakota High. Let's get into Game 4. This could be the last game of the series. And Brody, look, there's no other really way to sugarcoat it. Red Arrows played great in that Game 3, but man, it just, an awkward timing on that last hit. And now we're looking at a potential 4-0 sweep again.
Indeed, 4-0 sweep, man. It's just been characteristic, really, of day one here of the Play versus Fall 2020 High School Championship here in Rocket League. Can the Rats give us 4 for 4 on our 4-0s? Here in day number 1 is the Red Arrows. Looking on defense once again. Ball gets passed through. This is a real opportunity for the Rats to make something of it. Ball goes through. It's going to be a demo. Defense now having to come out from the Red Arrows. Fizzy going to bring this through. Fippish unable to make something of it. But it is in the Rats half at the moment.
About a minute gone here again. These games going by so quickly. No one's scored just yet. We'll see if that same aggression comes out in this 4th game. This is series point for Dakota High. They'll win the challenge at midfield, and now the numbers start to funnel in.
I will say, by the way, I think the overlay right now is the wrong way around. So I believe the Rats winner are Red Arrows, and the Red Arrows are the Rats winner. I think they changed side for this game, unless I'm being a melon, which I might well be. So
I mean, you're usually a melon, but you might be right on this occasion.
Hey, I'm right for once. That's crazy.
So
but
it's new horizons here, folks. That's what we're all here for.
It rarely does happen, but it has happened this time around. So Red Arrows no longer going to be red. They're changing their colours to blue here. As hey, the Blues have had the best chances so far in this series, and there it is again. The Blues, and it might just be the colour as the Red Arrows are going to score a goal.
You know what? I think you might be onto something here, but either way, still plenty of time. And now we look on the other side of the field. Kickoff one. Dakota High putting some numbers into the corner, and more importantly, Red Arrows are going to meet them with those numbers. We go back to midfield, big 50 win, and big clear. We'll grab the midfield boost. Through the corner we go. The extension's there. Who's going to come in for the goal? Oh, saved away. Great save at that. As finally we're starting to see the defense facilitate into these offensive hits.
Both players missing that. There, that 50. Coming through, Markham. Going to get it away. Off the wall, though. There is defense to be had here for the Red Arrows. Looking for this one, though. Potential. Swamp just going to meet a player. Right into the corner here for the Rats. Going to have to get this away and swiftly while you're at it. Good counter, though. On its way. Ball going through. Tefty goes for the defense, and unfortunately it doesn't work out. But the Rats, great recovery there from that player.
That one's still up. Here comes a shot. Nice save, but you're not getting a lot of height on this ball. That's the problem for the defense. It can be red on the ground. And we'll keep it here. Two members going to circle back. We'll recover. Pass in. Misses the hit. Connection should have worked. That might have been a goal. A minute 57 left here in game number 4. 3-0 series lead for Rats winner. And they might be dropping their first game here of the season. So it'd be an interesting way to drop a game. That one's on net. Follow-up shot. Won't cross. Recovery. Kept it on the ground, and back the other way we go. This could be a breakaway chance. Bumped off the play, though, and a nice rebound effort, at least for the moment, for Dakota High.
Well, Penguins going to get this ball. There's still a chance here for the Red Arrows to make it 2-0. Fortunately, none of the players on this Red Arrows roster are able to do anything with it, and there's no players back there. The Rats able to make it happen. It's going to be Fizzy who does it. And now the Rats 1-1 here. The Red Arrows, they had an advantage, Sean, but it's gone.
That infield passing certainly would help, but a little bit more power behind the hits. Long clear out, and that breakaway chance is kind of what killed them. So now, again, the same situation could be said for both teams. It's just about beating the defender to the ball for the moment. They're going to circle back around. That one's dangerous. Teammate will come off the backboard to read it. Recentered. And now you're causing them to bunch up, which means you're going to boost starve them so they don't have resources to get this ball out. Everyone's pushed up. That one's pinched on the goal line. And you have to worry about a long clear like this one will be, but don't worry, numbers are falling back in defense.
That was good from the Red Arrows as well to actually get that ball away.
Yep.
Good save. Those have been scarce, I feel, from them so far in this matchup. But hey, maybe things change now. The Rats, though, they have an opportunity, and that's a great goal line save here from Swamp. Tefty gets it away. It goes towards the orange half. Now maybe an opportunity here for the Red Arrows to capitalise. You can see the ball, though. Tippish keeps it in the air. Maybe Tefty looking for this one. Gets past all 3 blue players, but nonetheless, not really that much of a problem here for the Rats. 7 seconds left in this one, though. Can they make it? A buzzer beater finish. Keep it in the air. I feel the Rats. Not going to happen. We're seeing overtime.
Second overtime back-to-back here in this series. Certainly, Lowell Senior High School playing Dakota much, much better, much more quickly. There's the extra part of the word I was looking for. And it's just coming down to some of these small decisions. That one is dangerous. Here comes the follow-up chance. That is the goal. And unfortunately, the dunk is what ends their series here. And it didn't look good after that first hit, but the dunk comes through, takes all 3 defenders, and when you turtle up in the box, it tends to lead to bad opportunities. Once again, Dakota still undefeated, 4-0 in the series, have yet to drop a map, number 1 in the seedings, and more importantly, 7-0 win streak. But yeah, that's just kind of how that one wraps up. A little bit anticlimactic, but still, they're the number 1 seed for a reason. And again, another 4-0, Brody.
Yeah, number 4, really well played from the Rats winners there. Really unfortunate for the Red Arrows. They got close, though. Those last 2 games in particular, right? The Red Arrows, they really started to make it close.
Yeah.
It was just turning over those situations where they're able to get that aggression working and get it into the box. You need to find the finisher. And Unfortunately for them, they weren't able to do it. Both of those last 2 games ending in overtime as well. That's heartbreaking for the Red Arrows. We might have not had our first 4-0 finish, I suppose, of the night. But hey, that's just where we're at right now. So
Right.
It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. 4-0, back to back. Hopefully next game we will get a game 7.
Yeah, I'm hoping so too, and I hope that. But I also hope we see the same level of speed from all teams. The decision making has been great as we moved our way through the bracket. Coming up next, I believe we have Mississippi. It's our third to last series of the day, so we will see them in just a moment. Do not go anywhere. It is, of course, all the Rocket League action you guys were looking for, but the Play versus Fall 2020 High School Championship continues after this quick commercial break.